Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, text number 7 onwards. The chapter is entitled as The Knowledge of the Absolute. In this chapter, Krishna is revealing the most secret, most confidential secrets about himself, because unless he reveals himself, we cannot know him. God is the greatest mystery, Krishna is the greatest mystic. Only when he wishes to reveal himself out of his own sweet will can an ordinary living entity like us truly know him and understand his activities, his appearance in this world. And when we can understand him, then liberation is guaranteed, as he has promised in the 4th chapter, that anyone who can understand the divine nature of his appearance and activities does not have to take any more material birth. He is liberated. Even while living, he becomes free from all types of bondage, frustration, and suffering. Therefore, it is very, very important to hear about him so that we can know him. If we know him, we become happy. Most of the world, they just want to hear about themselves, most of the people. And one may wonder, what result am I getting by hearing about someone else? Well, you get blessed when you hear about Krishna. And divine grace comes into your life, because out of the 9 limbs of spiritual life or bhakti yoga, the first and foremost is hearing. And if Krishna sees that we are giving our valuable time to hear about him, then he understands we are really serious about this relationship that we want to develop with him. Then he is pleased, and when he is pleased, our good fortune is created. Biggest impediments from life can be destroyed simply by pleasure of Krishna, by his grace. If we make him happy, then by his will, he will remove all kinds of inauspiciousness from our lives. Life is not simply about our effort, it's about grace more than anything else. And to attract that divine grace, hearing, chanting, remembering, offering prayers, worshipping him, connecting with him is of paramount importance. That is why we are hearing, utilizing our valuable time to know him and hear about him. And secondly, we can't be selfish. Research has proved that who are the people who go into depression the most? The ones who are only thinking about themselves. I, me, mine, my comfort, my life, my happiness. Because the nature of this world is not always the things will go the way you want. The real cause of anxiety is that we want to be in control of every situation, every person around us. That's not possible. We have control, but we have limited control. But Krishna is Parameshwara. He is the supreme controller. So it would be nice if we could just seek his help, who is in complete control. And we move from selfishness to selflessness, that at least 20 minutes a day, 25 minutes a day, I am voluntarily deciding not to be the center of the universe, and I'm thinking about someone else. I'm thinking about Krishna. I am hearing about someone else and giving somebody else that center stage in my life. And that is what Bhagavad Gita's message is all about. That is what life is all about. Removing ourselves from the center and putting God in the center. And then our life should revolve around what will make him happy. And therefore, accordingly, we guide our words, our actions, everything we do. And then our life becomes a blessed one. So let's resume. Text number 8. Krishna is continuing to reveal the divine truth, his divinity to all of us, which is not easily known by our material senses or any kind of research work. And through this, he is just giving us a process by which we can remember him all the time. See, he is spiritual and we are still having that material vision. So we can't see something spiritual with material eyes. But the presence of the unseen can be proved by the seen. And therefore, he is explaining how he is sustaining this entire creation, how he is present within this entire creation through his powers, through his energies. And even though we are not able to see him, we can still, by seeing things around us, learn to remember him. And the more we remember him, the more our senses become spiritualized. And the more that happens, the more we become qualified to see him. Because we can only see him through the eyes of love. Premanjana Shurita Bhakti Vilochanena. When our eyes are anointed with the ointment of love and devotion. When our heart gets purified, that natural love, that natural devotion for the Lord awakens. It's lying in dormant stage at the moment, but through the process of hearing about him from scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Ramayana, Mahabharata, that divine love which is dormant reawakens as the heart gets more and more purified. So the whole process of this hearing, why are we hearing these podcasts every day, is to purify our hearts. The more we hear them, the more our hearts become purified of selfishness, anger, greed, pride, illusion, envy. So without remembering him, it's not possible. And how can we remember him if we don't even hear about him? So this whole process is for the purification of our own hearts. And when our hearts become purified, we'll become extremely blissful. We'll become really happy. Because it's the anger, greed, envy, pride which doesn't let us experience that state of happiness which we are always hankering for, which is full of variety, ever increasing. So therefore Krishna is giving us through these verses an opportunity to remember him, even though we can't see him, but by hearing what he's speaking and then by applying it in our life, we can always learn to remember him in the things that we have to deal with in this world. So text number 8. Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi shashishuryayoho pranavah sarva vedeshu shabdah ke paurusham rishu. O son of Kunti, I am the taste of water, the light of the sun and the moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. I am the sound in ether and ability in man. So just see, when you drink water, water has got some peculiar taste which we don't realize because so easily available, but water has that some peculiar taste which can quench our thirst. You can have as much cold drinks as you want or other kinds of juices, but it's only water that entirely quenches our thirst. So Krishna is that peculiar, that special taste. And when we drink water, we can always remember, this is Krishna. And then when we look at the sunlight and the moonlight, this is Krishna's energy. It is not that Krishna is water, Krishna is the light, Krishna is the moonlight. No. He is present in these things as his energy. So whenever we drink water, whenever we look at the sun and the moon, we can always remember Krishna. Krishna is so beautifully manifested through these objects, sustaining this entire material creation. The syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. No Vedic mantra is complete without the chanting of Om in the beginning. All the Vedic mantras begin with this. And Krishna says, I am that completion element. Without my presence, if the Vedic mantras have no power. I am the sound in ether. If he is not present, his energy is not present, the sound cannot travel through the ether. And ability in man, the strength that men have. Text 9. Punyo gandha prithviyam cha tejas chasmi vibhavasau jivanam sarva bhuteshu tapasyasmi tapasvishu. I am the original fragrance of the earth and I am the heat in fire. I am the life of all that lives and I am the penances of all ascetics. He says, I am the original fragrance of the earth. When we sow a seed, the seed does not have any fragrance. But when then a beautiful fragrant rose comes out, the fruits having wonderful fragrance, they come out. How is that happening? Krishna is that element who is supplying that fragrance Otherwise, seed cannot have any fragrance. Like nowadays, people are making those plastic flowers. Do they have any fragrance? No. But the natural fragrance, that is Krishna's magic. So whenever we smell a flower, whenever we smell something fragrant, we can remember Krishna. Oh, so wonderful. The Lord is manifesting His energy through this rose. I am the heat in fire. If there's no heat, if there's no fire, if the fire doesn't have any heat, how can we cook our food? So you see, at every aspect, whenever we look at objects we're dealing with on a daily basis, we can remember Krishna. And in that sense, we realize that we are totally dependent on His grace. If He does not manifest Himself through these energies, life cannot sustain in this world. He says, I am the life of all that lives. And on the penances of the ascetics, the tapasvis, the rishi munis, they perform tapasya. See, that's me. That's me, that strength, that special ability that is manifesting. That is me. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam buddhir buddhimatam asmi tejas tejasvinamaham. O son of Pritha. Pritha is Kunti Devi's name. Krishna says, know that I am the original seed of all existence. That means all the creations are manifested from me. The intelligence of the intelligent and the prowess of all powerful men. People have this arrogance to think that they have achieved something on their own. But where does that intelligence come from? Where does that power come from? The Lord is the source of everything that exists in this world, including all of us. So we have to remember this and remain grateful for supplying us with that necessary intelligence and power. Balam balvatam chaham kama raga vivarjitam dharma viruddha bhuteshu kamo asmi bharatarashabha. I am the strength of the strong. When you see a strong person, you can say, oh, how beautifully Krishna's opulence, His energy is manifested through this person, devoid of passion and desire. But what kind of strength? Which is devoid of any passion and desire. Strength means which is manifesting for the welfare of all. I am sex life which is not contrary to religious principles. The illicit sex life is not being spoken about here, but which is according to dharmic principles. Like people get married, then they have children. So that kind of life is according to dharma. So Krishna says, I am that. O Lord of the Bharatas, text 12. Yacheva satvika bhava rajasas tamasas chaye matto iveti tan vidhi natva aham teshu te mayi. Know that all states of being, be they of goodness, passion or ignorance, are manifested by my energy. All kinds of living entities you see in this world, everything, they are manifested by the Lord's energy. I am in one sense everything, but I am independent. I am not under the modes of material nature, for they are on the contrary are within me. So although everything in this world is manifested according to the three gunas and controlled by them, but Krishna is independent of the three gunas. He is beyond the three modes. So if you want to understand Him, we also have to rise above the three gunas. As long as we are under the influence of our previous conditionings and we are bound by the laws of karma, it's very difficult to understand Him. And till we come to that level, just by seeing these wonderful things happening around us, manifesting around us, we can learn to advance by remembering Him. And that's the opportunity Krishna is giving by explaining His opulences, so that we can remember Him. Till we come face to face with Him, we can learn to associate with Him, remember Him through His energies manifesting through these objects wonderfully in this universe. Tribhir gunamayer bhaver ebhi sarvam idam jagat mohitam nabhijanati mamebhyah paramavyayam. Deluded by the three modes, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible. The Lord is above the three gunas. Three gunas are material, and the Lord is not material, He is spiritual, so He cannot be understood again through material logic or intelligence. But where does the spiritual intelligence come from then? From the scriptures. Therefore, it's very important to keep hearing. And then Krishna continues explaining how can we rise above the three gunas? If you want to understand Him, Krishna says in text number 14, Devi hi esha gunamai mama maya duratyaya mameva ye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. This divine energy of mine, consisting of the three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. The three gunas within this creation are under the control of Durga Devi. She is the Maya Shakti, Mahamaya Shakti of the Lord, and she is controlling everything. So, Krishna says this divine energy of mine, Mahamaya, is extremely difficult to overcome. Why is it so difficult? Because it's Krishna's energy, God's energy. But then how can we overcome? He says, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond. But those who surrender unto me, seek my help, seek my shelter, such people can rise above the three gunas, rise above their nature, their personality, their conditionings easily. So all we have to do is just take shelter of Krishna and just say that, my dear Lord, from this moment I am yours. You orchestrate my life. I surrender unto you. I take your shelter. And every day we must pray like this. My dear Lord, I am yours. I take shelter of you. I surrender unto you. You take care of my life. You take care of my near and dear ones. We all surrender unto you. And the Lord does take charge of a surrendered soul. He never gives up. He never betrays somebody who has reached out to him. There's never been an incident in history where somebody reached out to Krishna for help and Krishna did not come to help. It has never happened. It will never happen. So this one technique we all need to learn. We are just running around attending various seminars, this and that, paying huge amounts of money to learn techniques to deal with our issues. If we can just learn this one technique, which is the essence of the Gita, even the last instruction of the Gita is just this much only. Just learn this one technique and everything will be sorted in your life. And that is to take shelter of Krishna. Instead of turning to other people, just seek his help, seek his shelter, surrender unto him, surrender your problems at his lotus feet. Just pray, my dear Lord, I'm not been able to deal with this problem since a long time, so I surrender this problem at your lotus feet. Please take care. And as soon as you do that, and then don't even think about it, just surrender completely. Then don't try to even get anxious or try to make any effort on your own. Just say, I surrender this problem at your feet, and Krishna will do magic. Just see the wonderful magic that manifests when we completely give up having faith on our own abilities, intelligence, or our resources that we have. Just surrender, like Draupadi did. She was surrounded by the most powerful people in that assembly. She was the wife of the 5 most powerful people on the planet, the Pandavas. But destiny was such that even they could not help her. That's destiny. And only when she reached out to Krishna, full surrender, Krishna came and helped her. So the only person who can truly help is him. So you have to learn from Draupadi that sometimes even if we are surrounded by the most powerful people, we have the most resources, wealth, facilities, but still if the destiny is such, we might have to suffer. We can't be protected by these facilities. So only person who can protect us from the results of our destiny is Krishna. So we just have to take his Sharanagati. My dear Lord, from this moment I am yours. Please take control of my life. And this will begin the life of auspiciousness for all of us. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. We'll continue describing Krishna's opulences in the next podcast.